What's up, guys? It's Nathan with Bark Life. We're looking at the Supra. I haven't done a full-length video in a while, and I thought I would do a quick conversational video. I've been doing shorts of our Sc300 turbo install, our budget $1,000 setup, and of course, if you guys followed us, you guys saw the turbo engine swap on the MR2. I just pulled an all-nighter working on the Sc300, going camping in the morning, and wanted to try to get as much done as possible. We worked on a bunch of different stuff, and we're doing shorts on this one as well, so like I said, you guys can check those out. But and I'll be doing full-length videos on this as well. But basically, I wanted to discuss a couple different things. One being this turbo swap. People are trying to figure out why I'm doing that when I have the Supra all decked out, and have people actually seeking me out on Facebook and everything else and message me about it. Some people super excited about the swap. Other people kind of like, why are you doing a budget swap? That's a waste of money, blah, 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 blah. Well, the reason why I did this $1,000 whole kit and caboodle swap was I wanted to show that you can have fun. You don't have to spend the crazy money that, I did on the Supra, that sort of thing. You don't need to spend that to have fun. In fact, some of the most fun I had was in the Supra back when it's the most basic setup, which was what spurred me on to do this Lexus with a similar setup. And basically what it boils down to is why do we modify our cars? What's our end goal? And I've been asking myself that a lot lately. Like, what is the reason? For me, I like the tinkering. I enjoy I'm taking all these factory parts off. I'm gathering parts. I mean, to get this turboed, I bought parts from probably 20 different people, worked deals, bought, sold, traded, whatever it took to come in under $1,000. We ended up coming in quite a bit under $1,000 for the whole turbo kit. The last bit of what's left over, I'm going to use to buy some injectors. But the point being is, why do we do this? Why? I enjoy the tinkering. I enjoy the camaraderie, all the friends, all the people, and then just the overall silliness. You'll find that the last thing I'm worried about is what other people think about what I'm doing. Like, that is the furthest thing on my mind. If that's the forefront, then yeah. If that's what you're worried about, what other people are thinking, then buy all the Gucci name brand craziness, and if that's what you want, you do that. Go for it. But I'm saying, if you're just trying to turbo your car and have fun, if that's the goal, you don't have to have a $10,000 budget to turbo a car. You don't have to. I mean, back in the day, we used to do turbo kits for our Hondas. We'd take a manifold, cut it, have it welded, this, that, and another, or take an old set of headers and have them cut and welded. And then none of us welded, which was horrible. But anyways, and then we'd go get like an old Eclipse turbo or whatever, just to get some boost going. No, it was not the fastest car in the world. No, this is not going to be the fastest car in the world. It'll be peppy. It'll be really peppy, but it's not going to be the fastest car in the world. That's not the goal. The goal is to have fun. And usually I use this car for when we're going to different events, or if I'm going to like meets and stuff. I use this one because it's cozy. We got those sweet seats in there. You guys can see the video for that. But yeah, we got the nice seats. It's comfortable. It's enjoyable to drive. Just a little lacking in power. So when I'm trying to be chase car and, get all the shots, it's a little hard to keep up in a stock form. This will help us a little bit. It's still not going to be super fast, but it's going to be fun. And so why do we modify our car? Is it to impress people? Is it to enjoy the car? Is it because we like the tinkering and the science behind it? I love that. Like, this guy's just going to get a simple piggyback. We're going to do all the tricks, mess with the timing as much as we can to stop it from detonating. We're only going to go for like 10 pounds of boost, under 10 pounds of boost, I should stress. And the whole goal is to have fun. But I think that's lost a lot of the time in the car community because we're so busy trying to compete or get someone's approval that we forget that we're modifying it just to have fun. There's no rule that says we have to modify this. I could just drive this car every day and enjoy it in its stock form, and that would be okay. I want to push a little further. I want to turbo it. Some people, maybe they want to push this to 1,000 horsepower and go crazy with it. that's awesome. But make sure it's something you actually want to do. It's like buying a bike. People go out and buy a bike. I've been shopping for that forever. For the last like 6 months, figuring out what bike I want. I'm a big guy, so I got to get the right bike. I tried a couple bikes. Ended up not liking them. And what I found is there's a plethora of bikes on the market with good intentions. The reason why there's so many bikes is people go out and spend, $2,000 and $3,000 on a bike. They ride it once and they park it because they spent so much time worrying about what bike to get instead of whether they're actually going to ride it. What a concept. And that's what these cars projects. I typically get a good deal on parts because I'm taking people's builds that they were building and I'm buying up the entire lot of parts they have, and then I'm turboing my cars. And it's sad to me because these people had dreams, they had aspirations, and they spent so much time trying to get the best, biggest parts that they forgot that they don't actually have the time to install the parts. They don't actually have time to enjoy the parts. And that to me is sad. I'd rather see someone go more affordable. I mean, people constantly are putting down people with like a Miata with a basic bolt-on turbo. That makes me smile. Every time I go to a car meet and there's a guy with a turbo Miata running 6 pounds of boost and you hear, whoo-choo, just having a good time. He's enjoying his car more than 90% of those people that have, fully decked out whatever. He is living that or enjoying that car to its max. And that to me is what it's all about. It's all about enjoying it and having a good time and getting to be part of the scene. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. I'm not going to lie. It's cool having the Supra, that massive turbo, that spool, it's cool. Having the standalone, the coil-on plugs, the front face intake manifold. All those things are great, and I enjoy it. I'm not trying to discredit that or say that doesn't have its place. It does. It's fun. And if you have the budget to go do that, go do that. This is getting a new standalone, by the way. Anyways, the point being is, though, what are you going to actually be able to achieve? Set attainable goals. What is your goal for your car? Don't try to go crazy. Maybe your entire goal is just to get the car to sound slightly better. Maybe slightly more pep. Maybe blah, 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 blah. It's crazy. Like this guy, I bought this. I had always wanted an MR2. Like that was a huge, huge deal. I wanted an MR2. Why? Because it's Toyota. One, mid-engine, rear-wheel drive. It's got all the silliness. It's just a fun, silly car. And I bought this car with the understanding that I was going to turbo swap it. And we did. I owned it for a few weeks before we tore it apart, and we're putting a turbo motor in it. This has been a blast. It's mostly stock. It has a straight pipe exhaust. It has a Revision 3, 3SGT, UN53, all the stuff. You guys can see all the videos on the channel of the swap and all the stuff. But yeah, that car is basically stock other than an exhaust system and a boost controller. It is so much fun. So much fun. I mean, people are like, oh, how much do you have to spend to get that done? And I'm going to be making an entire video on nothing but what I spent on this. Not much. Like, it's almost one of those things where people are going to judge me when I say how much I have into this entire car. I mean, I have 4 sets of wheels for this car at this point because I can't make up my stinking mind. And I've got almost as much in wheels that I bought used, mind you, very used. But yeah, almost as much money on wheels as I do the car. And that's the fun of it. Like getting to mess with parts and yeah. And I did come to another realization. I'm getting older. I'm pushing, old man ages. And I came to the realization I have 3 of my favorite JDM cars. I have the MR2, the Supra, and the Sc300. I never thought I would be able to have 3 cars that I turboed and modified and did all that. And I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I mean, absolutely having a blast. It's bringing back, a lot of memories from when I was a kid. Years back, I used to have a performance shop, but just that whole, just fun. And this especially, the MR2 and this, I mean, they're budget builds. In the MR2, again, very budget build. By that, I mean, I shopped for my parts, all quality parts, but I shopped for them. This, same thing. I spent the money where it was necessary. This turbo actually came off of the Supra. I don't know how many miles I had, quite a few. It was part of a Club NAT turbo setup that they had, and then all the other parts. I'm not going to go into all that right now. But the point being is, very budget friendly. Something you could do. If you have a Honda, you have a Nissan Sentra, you have a whatever. Set attainable goals that you're going to actually enjoy and within your budget. Don't try to do a $10,000 turbo swap when you have $500. If you have $500, take your time and plan it out. You can make things work with time. And save up a little bit if you're missing the money necessary to get a part you need. And keep hitting shop and swap. Keep hitting those different pages. But again, the whole point is to have fun. If you're not having fun anymore, you're doing it wrong. If you're not getting the project done because your goals are so lofty, stop it. Relax. The point in doing this is to enjoy it. If you're not going to enjoy it, don't do it. Be within your means. Maybe it's not in your budget to do anything to your car at that time. Spend time researching. The most valuable tool you can have is researching. Learn about your engine. Learn about your limits of your motor, your fuel system, all those things. And then, hang out with other people in the community. A lot of the times, people in the community have parts that they're willing to trade or part with or whatever. You can make stuff work. I mean, I trade parts with people all the time. I'll sell parts, I'll whatever. But make sure you're enjoying it, and that's where I'm at. I'm enjoying the heck out of this. I'm glad you guys are coming along for the ride. I'm sorry I haven't been posting as much lately, but we are still very active. We're getting this turboed. I was hoping to have it done before this weekend because I knew we were going camping. Not going to happen, but that's okay. I get to go hang out with my friend Greg and his kids. Super excited to go do that. So, yeah, my son is just nonstop camping, fishing. Let's do this thing. But yeah, this is hopefully going to get done this next week. We have all the oil lines run. We have all the basic stuff. Again, check out the videos on the shorts, and we'll be uploading full-length videos with more detail. Like, for instance, what kind of distributor cap is that? Why does it clear the turbo? Why does the factory not clear the turbo? I don't know. I'll tell you. Watch. Subscribe. And again, guys, thank you for being so supportive. All your guys' likes and comments and everything else is hugely helpful. Check us out on Instagram. It's BarkLife YouTube. And also on TikTok, same thing, BarkLife YouTube. We have little silly videos we put on there. But Instagram, and then also on Facebook, we have BarkLife. So check that group out, and whenever we upload stuff, we'll put it on there. And yeah, what would you guys like to see next? I want to see that guy running. I want to see the Supra rolling. It needs to happen. We're ordering that ECU today, or yesterday, I guess, because we pulled an all-nighter. Anyways, there it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you around the corner. Stay tuned.